Oi there, I'm TinyPirate and welcome to Project Hopsital. I'm excited, I hope you're excited too. I asked a poll on my community tab and a bunch of people suggested that they would like to see a brand new campaign or a brand new sandbox playthrough rather than me play through the game I had running, because the game I had running was a bit not very good. It wasn't working very well, so I thought it might be fun to try things on a larger sandbox. Maybe that big. Let's do it. Let's play a huge one. I think I know how to play a bit better now too, so I'm expecting a bit more success, because basically I went broke in the last game, and you know what? I actually like that. I don't want to get a tycoon game right the first time. That would feel, I don't know, that would feel weird and wrong. So that would, yeah. We don't want to do that, so we're definitely going to be going for a brand new start, and we'll try and work through the objectives and see how that goes, which I think should be fun. So let's have a look what we've got here. We're going to start with quite a big facility and space, and in particular what we have is this objective to complete. And let's have a look here. It wants us to make or treat 10 patients. We're going to treat 10 patients a day. And hello to everyone who is watching. There's at least one of you out there, hopefully. We need 10 patients and treat one patient. So we've got a few things to sort out. And really it's the emergency is where we start. So if the road is here, I'm kind of inclined to start in this corner, knowing that eventually an ambulance might crack into here, or maybe just the entrance can be about here. So for me, I think we'll just have a look. So is that the middle of the street? It's kind of two in the middle, isn't it? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, it's these two. And then from there, let's just go out like a 10 by 10 on that side, and a what can we go for? A 10 by 10 on this side. And we've gotten into the street. Oh, that's gonna drive me completely batty. So let's just okay, we're just gonna ruin the street. Let's step back a little bit off the street. Oh, that seems fine. We'll fix this up. Do I actually want to fix that up now? You know what, I kind of do. It doesn't want me to. That's okay. Let's have a look here. Asphalt. And then this one. And yeah, let's get the stripes across the road too. I gotta fix it and make it. That's terrible. I gotta fix it and make it look right. Right, phew, brilliant. Okay, so people are going to come to our hospital here. What I do want to do as well is to kind of work on making sure I've got a 3-wide corridor that runs, I think, the whole length of this part of the hospital. We will put walls down here for now, just like this. Hang on a sec. Right, so we're going to do that, and we also need to work on some other bits and bobs. So waiting room is first. Actually, we're going to have the corridor first. Where is it? So we want at least this corridor here. And now we need a waiting room, which I think is going to be... Weird that road has vanished. I think the waiting room is going to be a pretty substantial chunk of business. So I know that this one here is like 6. So actually, let's make it a 6x5 waiting room. And I will actually look at adding to the back a little bit more foundation space. I think that would make sense. So what have we got so far? So we'll make it 10, so we'll keep it kind of even. We'll make it a 6. And that means we've got this space here. We do need a restroom, but the restroom isn't that big. But a 3 by 3 corridor down the side of the waiting room would make sense. That way we've got a bit of room for expansion, is my hope. Let's do that. Reception can just sneak in right behind here. Doesn't need to be very big. Missing equipment, we know that. A restroom off to one side. We'll expand. Somehow we've ended up slightly bigger on one side than the other. And we'll just do that. And maybe we'll just get rid of those walls till we're totally ready. Yeah, we'll just do that and that. Cool. And some, yes, we've got a bit funny shaped. Okay, cool. So that's looking not too terrible. Let's expand this corridor. If you're not aware, Project Hopsital is a new tycoon game. Actually, you know what? The bathroom back here wouldn't be so terrible. Yeah, I like that. That kind of works for me. I could leave, yeah, that's restroom. It needs a cleaning closet and bits and bobs. So yes, this is a new hospital simulator, and it's pretty fun. I like it. I've been playing it a bit on the channel. I'm going to fill in all of these spaces just so that I can remember that I have them designated. I've been playing it a bit on the channel, and had a bit of trouble when I ran out of money, basically, which is no good. In fact, I'm going to make sure the waiting room comes all the way up to the door. That's just so that I can fit some of the required equipment in. Why do I feel like this is weirdly offset? Is it weirdly offset? Because if it is, oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my lordy! I can't possibly live with the OCD-ness that would leave me with that not looking straight. So we'll fix it like this. Yep, we'll move everything over one. So that's the waiting. The restroom is going to be over one. The reception's going to be over one. This should be pretty quick. We just need our basic clinic layout so that we don't yeah, here we go. Oh, well, is that finally square? Have I finally not stuffed this up? One, yeah, I now need to just lay out that and that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, for the love of God. What? All right, it's okay. Okay, this time we're going to do it. So if you are in chat, there's a few of you out there, do say hello. That would be cool. And then you can let me know if you've been playing or what you've found works. That would be kind of fun to hear. Okay, let's see. Is it working now? That seems about right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wow. Yeah, that really took way too long. But sometimes you get obsessed. We want to have just the plain walls along the front, because what I want to do is put in these beautiful large hospital doors, and they're going to sit. Yeah, that's probably. I might do 2 sets of double doors, because then I can sliding door wide. Can I fit them like this? Can I just like pick these up? Walls, just destroy. Yep. So we're going to put some double doors in. I might go for 2 sets or something like that, which is just me being slightly obsessive, which is all good. And hello there, Jonas. Good to hear from you. If I can fit one on that side, one on that side, and a maybe just a glass wall in between. Cool. I think that works. So it's kind of a bit pretty and a bit not pretty. Let's get rid of all of these walls and all of the doors so we can see and hear a bit more clearly. So the waiting room, what it needs is a monitoring TV, which should go on one of those walls. But I think what we can afford to do is we've got a really big waiting room area, so I can put it actually here. I believe, yeah, so that's a good question, Nicholas. So I've heard anecdotally that Hospital 2.0, I'm trying to remember the proper name, is a lot more casual. And so this is definitely in the more kind of hardcore vein. Put in some chairs, and some people really like that and some people don't. One of the kind of challenges with this game, I would say, is that it is a little opaque in terms of figuring out what you got to do, like where. Okay, so I think that's the door, and actually that seems a little lame. We'll put that. Can that not go under the water? It seems a bit of a shame. So yeah, this game I've heard is a little opaque. Like it's a little hard to figure out what's going on at times. And that can be a little annoying for people. I'm actually going to put this vending machine down this corridor for now. We'll leave the water there. So that's basically the reception set out. Now what I need to do is spec out the waiting area. I need to spec out the reception. We have, going to do this. We'll put this in for some kind of toilet at the back. 2-point hospital, yes, Enrico. So I quite like this. There's quite a robust focus on realism. I guess you could say realism. And this is the reception, so it's going to be the toilet. That's the reception. So the reception, what it needs is these quite nice looking desks. And I like to put a couple of the information tables in there. So there's going to be walls. So if I put the walls up, you'll see. So that's reception as it stands right now. And on these, I need computers. And I'm going to do it like that. And they're glowing blue right now because there's no chairs behind them. So once there's a chair behind them, I'm going to delete that one. They can be set up. Put a printer here, a filing cabinet. I like to put a few decorations into these rooms. I don't actually know if it helps them. I'd like to think it does, but I'm not 100% convinced. So we got a couple of cabinets in this room, and that helps everything work better. And well, I'd like to think it helps. Put a pot plant in the corner here, and we'll put up a couple of health advice posters. Just there we go. Just so the people working in this area can get lots of useful information. And how about a flower and a clock? That's a pretty sweet looking reception, I think. So you're working at home, so perfect stream to watch while you're at work, unless you work in healthcare, in which case it might not be. So this is the toilet, and I've covered it up with posters and I can't really see. But what I like to do is, I'm pretty ghetto with my bathrooms. Yeah, I'm extremely ghetto to the point of kind of disgustingness. I suppose I should try and set one up decently rather than just like leave the doors off, which I did in the last stream. I thought that was really funny, but oh no, apparently it doesn't like that. But it is kind of creepy just to leave the doors off. So we'll just put the doors on, put in walls. I like to color things later on as well, not straight away. And unfortunately I can't rotate this, so I can't see what's like I just stuffed up there, and I'm gonna have to guess where things are since I can't get rid of the there we go. So we got rid of the door, put that probable wall back up, and a door, bam bam. So we've got a bunch of toilets in there, which is important. Sinks. Can I fit? That was right next to the door, so I think that many is fine. I can seemingly fit these right next to the door, and in fact doesn't like it if it's yellow. I can actually fit them right over the sink, but that looks just really weird to me, so I'm going to leave them off. And I do need a trash bin, arguably. However, that does also seem to cause issues, so we're just going to leave it like that right now. So that should be the basic layout here. Now what we need is room for actual hospitals. So we have our situation here. We need to start picking in staff. So the options are for a couple of staff, and I've got a waiting list there. So I need to get someone, and it tells me that my receptionists need specialization receptionists, which I don't have. So I'm going to have to choose new candidates. Receptionist 33%. I could pay to reveal their hidden trait for 1,000, but fresh parent. So they're not awesome, but they're not amazingly bad, and they're pretty cheap. So one receptionist. So that's the day shift sorted. Now what I need is some doctor's offices. So the minimum room size is 4 by 4. And I mean, that would be it, but I like it to be a touch larger because I can't fit enough in otherwise. So I'm just going to slap in a bit more there, and we'll put a bit more there. And I like to have lots of room for lots of doctors' offices. And I'll probably also want to add on a cleaning closet at the back with a corridor that can at least reach them. And eventually I think I will probably take a corridor that runs all the way along here, and we'll put that all the way to the back. So cleaning closet, it's going to be like that. Doctor's offices are going to be 4 by 5. Or maybe we'll go for 4 of them to start with. Something like this. Now what I can do if I want to is chuck prefabs in. So I can come across to here and look for reception corridor, no, general one, doctor's office 6 by 4. But that's to me a little excessive. There's a bit too much room in there. I'm a bit too cheap to set up my doctor's offices like that. I want them a lot smaller. So we're going to throw in some walls. And we'll just go all the way around the hospital for now. I will need to put in a common room, I seem to recall, and I might put that down in this area. But we'll get like this lot set up. I'm quite liking the symmetry. The only challenge is I'm going to get really obsessed with keeping it, and I shouldn't. I have to let that go, because there's no way you can keep a hospital in beautiful symmetrical shape. I have a feeling I've messed up this room. Cancel that room. Doctor's office. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's wrong with this one? 1, 2. Really? 1, 2, 4 by 5 by 4. Really? Am I going completely mental, or is that weirdly off? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, I am going completely mental. Fine. Suppose that's just normal to be expected. So let us just lay out, get this in here, and we're almost ready to open our little hospital. So these rooms are quite specific in what they require. So get some ground floor in, and eventually when I've got a bit more cash, I'll probably decorate with colors and what have you. I like to theme my hospital rooms by color, which I think is kind of cool. So the first thing we need is an exam table, otherwise known as bacon, according to my daughter. So we can go like this, put them in this corner. The next thing we need is, we definitely want a medical light, and that attaches over. And it can be a little confusing setting out some of these rooms because the requirements can seem a little confusing. Put a biohazard bin. And oh look, I've got an achievement. Safe working environment. It's very nice. We want to put the hand sanitizer in. The doctors are always using that. So that's 4 of those. We want a mobile equipment tray, which I'm just going to put up near. Hopefully that doesn't invalidate the room. Can I put... No, I need to get the equipment table, and I quite like to put it like this at the foot of the bed. And then, before I forget, CPR scan. So this is just some of the... What does it actually say about it? Quick blood test measuring concentrations of C-reactive protein. Oh, great. So there's an audiometer I need to put on another bench. But I do have... so I can do an equipment bench here and put the audiometer on it. So it's kind of hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. Sometimes you can get away with that, which is good. An eye test for everyone. So cover off the major issues that people might come in with. And now we need to set up the actual doctor's facilities. Which way round are we? So we go like this. So the doctors all need somewhere to sit and type their notes. And for that they need a PC, a chair, and I think the printer is just a nice to have. Not too sure about that. I think it is. And maybe I'll put in a... Do I need to put in a stool? Kind of suggests I could put one in, but I'm not going to. And we'll give them all a printer so they can print out their prescriptions, I guess. And that is basically each of the rooms done, except we need to give them a door. So we'll give them a nice friendly door. Just like, bam. Okay, that's 4 doctor's offices and a really big reception. That's working all right. The prefabs, yeah, I can. Oh, can I copy and paste the entire room though? Oh, quakes. That's like really good advice, and I should have. Oh, look at that. That's really good advice, and I should have. Oh, can I just... I'll try that. Oh, I should have noticed that a long time ago. YouTubers, we pay no attention. Dock door. I'll see if that saves. Oh, no, nothing there. I mean, I can just copy and paste it. I can't figure out how to save it, but that's fine. Cleaning closet. This one needs like a no entry. This is for authorized cleaning staff only. And they're going to need shelves. And they're going to need bucket carts. And I'm going to give them waste hampers. And I'm going to give them sinks. We'll give them a couple of sinks. You died to the audio thingies in one of your rooms, Drycore. I'm not sure what that means. So we need to hire. So it's a bit easy to see now. So let's just lay out this corridor a little more so we can see how it fits in. We should... I'm going to just put some walls around the edges here. I'm sure to destroy them for some reason at some point. Put the floor in. Waste lots of money. I'm not even sure we need walls. Do we need walls? That's a big meta question. You don't know how to save it either, Quakes. Oh, too bad, eh? So we need a day shift. So it says here we need a day shift janitor. Efficiency, dexterity. No secret. Oh, this is the night shift janitor. And that's actually pretty good. I mean, I can't hire for night shift for this position. So I'm going to go with this one. She's only got one hidden trait. I don't want to pay 1,000 to unlock it. I'm just going to assume that she's not too bad. And now what I'm going to do is hire staff for janitor. Can I see that same night owl? Yes, William, you're our night owl janitor. So you can either hire staff from clicking, or you can hire staff by just, clicking, just hitting the hire staff button. So now what we need is doctors. What is... This one's missing some equipment. What is it missing? Oh, it's missing the audiometer. Oh, bam. There it is. Oh, someone mentioned that. Oh, thank you very much. That was brilliant. Thank you very much. I did get it eventually, Drycore. So we got 4 doctors to hire. I might just start with 1 or 2 because this is an expensive job. So this is where it gets a little hard. Do you want to recruit like the most amazing people? General medicine, like this person as a specialist is pretty amazing. I'm going to reveal their hidden traits. People person has a long commute, so maybe a bit late. This one's pretty good too. Comforting. Does not cause discomfort during examinations. Germaphobe. Washes hands. That seems okay. Diagnosis. Acute medicine 62%. Fellow or specialist. I actually want both of them. I want that specialist back. I thought she was pretty good. We've already paid for her. And I don't mind then accepting a couple of lower level people. This one is unpleasant, so we don't really want to have. This one's a night owl. We don't really need. Actually, we kind of argue. No. Are they still on the list? We kind of do need a night owl. A studious night owl resident with a long commute. Not actually very good, but they are quite cheap. They're half the price of anyone else. So we can plop them. What do you mean no workspace? Is it just because we're not open at night yet? I think we also need a common room, and we actually going to need a stat lab as well. So that's going to be those 2 rooms sorted out, those spare spaces we've got. I'm probably okay with that for now. All right, I think everything's working, so we can actually start to see them mess around. But you know what? I'm going to put in a common room. We'll put it on the fancy doctor's side, and we'll spec that out pretty quickly. This is another restricted access. This is not X-ray. This is doctors only. I only want doctors in here because they're fancy. And I think we're going to give them... This is the red ward, the red area. So we're going to give them, like... This is the closest we get to... No, that looks weird. This is the one that's the closest we get to carpet. So I'm going to give them red carpet. And what they need is a sofa, a bookshelf, a dining table with a coffee machine on it, and they need... Oh, we can put a radio on it. There's kind of a cabinet, which is what I like to think they're using for their drinks and snacks. Cabinet with drawers and a locker. Give them a fancy chair. And can we give them anything else without getting in the way? Not really. Can I give them a water cooler? Also not really. I don't know if that matters too much. There's water coolers out here. So, oh, a fridge. Is that required? I don't think it is. Like, it might be nice to have. Could I arrange this room a little? You know what? I can just get rid of that. I'm going to give them a fridge because it seems like a yellow thing is a nice to have. That'll make the room a little bit more valuable for them. Perhaps give them better comfort. So they've got coffee, sounds, bits and bobs. Okay, where are these people going? Clinic opening start. It's 8 in the morning and all my crew are just leaving. No workspace? I don't believe that, but that's okay. Are we opening yet? So what I can do... here we go. Enable. Treat one patient. Let's see what happens. Okay, so here we go. You can see them. I'm going to slow this down a little bit for those of you who are new. And so they're going in for a checkup. And now, if you haven't seen already, they've got a bunch of hidden symptoms. And Casey Anderson, who's our doctor, actually, this person is going to be our chief doctor, I think. Casey's a specialist. Yeah, they're the chief doctor. They're also a really happy person. So these are the possible diagnoses. They've got a crumbly nail, which is like just kind of disgusting. And this is what they can do. Potentially. We don't have anyone who can do differential diagnosis, advanced diagnosis specialization. Do you have? So I think he's... No, there is advanced diagnosis out there. It's probably something I'll look at. Oh, no clear. What? Mycological sampling. Okay, so what we could do right now is get the stat lab in, which was the thing I was kind of noodling around and not doing. So the stat lab is going to give us... I don't even know what stat stands for. What is it? It doesn't tell me. It's just going to do a bunch of tests. Oh, the clinics aren't open at night. Ah, good point, Lawrence. Well, we will be able to hopefully fix that up in the very near-ish future. So the stat lab is going to be biohazard bin, of course. We wouldn't live without that. There's quite a lot to fit in this room. Like ridiculously large amounts of junk have to go in here. So we're going to just try and jam it all in. So it's this, a lab shelf, a lab sink, yep, a desk for a PC with a stool. No, that's fine. Is that fine? That is fine as a lab desk. With a, I'm going to give them a little stool. They should be up and about a lot. Hematology analyzer. I'm going to see if we can get... Actually, just rotate that there. Need glassware. And we need microscope. And we need a medical centrifuge. And we need... We actually need a printer, really. I've got to fit in one more small equipment desk, maybe. Right, we'll get that one in there. We will put the lab analyzer on. Am I actually going to be able to fit everything in here? I don't know. Equipment cabinet. I'm going to have to look at this for a second. It might need to be a little bit bigger, in fact, but so might the other room, come to think of it. So we're going to do this here and this here. Maybe I'll give it 2. That way we'll be extra sure so we can fit that in. There we go. We'll make sure that way we're going to have extra room for all the doctors are going to want to hang out there. And we are going to be able to be sure that we can fit all the stuff in that we want. Otherwise it gets a bit of a squeeze and everything becomes unpleasant. So what I'm going to have to do is this weird juggle now. Where are we? Where I put... why is it complaining? Is it possibly the room? Or we're out of money? No, it's the room. Okay, stat lab, and I'll do the common room, make that decent size too. Pick the most expensive treatment. If you're wrong, get them to pay twice. That's a wickedly wonderful idea. I love it. So that can go there. Good. Just going to kind of switch all of these around. Fit all of them in, especially that large sample bench. I need to fit in, like, I think I should be able to fit, there we go, fit that in there, and then we can switch all of this equipment off. Bam, like that. This can just go out here for now. Get this sampling equipment in, the computer, and I mean I could use a prefab, but I think that takes half the amusement out of the game, really. Printer, a stool analyzer, because why wouldn't you want to analyze stools? Can I get a mobile equipment cabinet to hold an hour? No. A thermal? No. This could have been a critical fail. Who wants a mobile equipment cabinet? Maybe we'll leave it out there for now. We'll just get a desk in the middle of the room for these final 2 items. I mean, that's just how much junk goes into a lab. It's where I find actually the game tells you to pick up certain amounts of gear or certain room sizes, a minimum, and I find that to be quite optimistic, to be frank. So I don't really think I can actually fit anything else in here, but I can recruit. So let's pick up a lab tech. So they need to have biochemistry, 40, 59, 36. The senior scientist seems all right. Advanced biochem. Wow, increases... Oh, it's at 0%, but I guess it's going somewhere. 2 hidden perks. Hedonist, eats lots of food and a good boss. You will do just fine. Now, where's that patient? I could actually tell her now to go get a sample. That should do it. Whew, hello there, Ethan Colt Games. Good to see you. Now, we have left this lying around, and we have this room to spec out a bit more, which reminds me I need to paint the floor a little bit better. Give them some fanciness, and, you know, I think I can easily fit another sofa in here. Pop this over here, bookshelves. I was thinking of maybe like a coffee table with a TV on it, and yeah, I don't know how much more do we need. They got a sink, they got that, they got that. Oh, I could give them their own water cooler. If I moved that to the middle of the room, I could give them their own. Very nice, absolutely beautiful. I don't know what that means. They've got their own everything in here now. That's a really fancy looking common room for a bunch of doctors. Okay, so right. Now we can see what happens. Oh, it's been a lot of building. Let's see what they do. So, yes, they're chit-chatting. What's wrong with this one? Either hay fever or influenza. So I can have all kinds of... We can have some serological sampling. And she's now waiting for the next test, which has come over here, I think. Oh, look, there you go. He's running the tests. Little ginger weirdo, just like me. And if any of you out there want to be renamed after some of these people, let me know. Who wants to be a doctor or a receptionist or what have you? Just give me a buzz in the comments below. Not the comments, what am I saying? In the chat, and I'll do it. No clear diagnosis. Well, okay, so a doctor with advanced diagnosis. We can't. Okay, well, we're doing that. Whereas you, what's your problem? Okay, so it's 100% influenza. So, well, I think the doctors, he's controlled by doctors. I could take over, but the doctor's just going to send them a bunch of stuff. Okay, so we completed our first patient, which means we can go to insurance and just pick them up. Hooray, build and hire staff for a stat lab. Yay, we got a grant. So these are our kind of objectives. X-ray rooms and treat 10 patients a day. You want to be a doctor, Ethan Colt? You're the first off the rank. So I think I can give you this one, Ethan. And then you can tell me first and last if you like, chaps. Colt. Is that yes? There we go. Ethan Colt, head doctor in emergency room stuff. Alright, so they're all processing through. And we're starting to earn money, which is just awesome. Because what I really want to do now is throw the 3x3 corridor down the back. And then I'm going to have to look at the... So it's going to be like that's 1, 2... we could... we didn't... maybe I'll make a couple of rooms. Yeah, I think I'll cut a couple of rooms here and then a corridor. So 8x5. We'll put the 3 down the side. Then it's going to be a 3. So we want to put in some X-ray facilities. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And I'll just remind myself by doing a little spur like this that these are going to be corridors. And yeah, this is going to be good. I think this is going to work well. So the X-ray facilities should be pretty straightforward. I'm just having a look. Is that all lined up right? The bathroom is just fantastic. I love how big that is. What's wrong with this one? Laryngitis? Brilliant. We can recommend all kinds of stuff. And I could actually get them to have more treatments. Do we want to do that though? It makes them, it makes them unhappy, I think, if you give them too much. Nasal cavity inspection. Any office or diagnostic unit. I mean, if I can up the income by sending them to the lab, that would be brilliant, but that doesn't feel very ethical to me. Not that that's ever bothered anyone, but... Okay, this wall is going to be like this. This corridor is going to eventually go like this and like this. We'll just wall that off. No, wall it off now. Dr. Nicholas Riviera, of course. And if I was doing a New Zealand one, it would be Dr. Rolpata. There's a classic line from a New Zealand sitcom. You're not in Guatemala anymore, Dr. Rolpata. More diagnostic rooms. Well, we can't do that just yet. So he's just going to have to go somewhere else unless we pause the game and do everything very quick. Here we go, Dr. Nicholas Riviera. Nicholas Riviera. Riviera. Did I spell that right? I did. Cool. Dr. Nick, hi everybody. So let's see if we can get this as some X-ray gear and pretty promptly. And for those of you who are super mega fans, I've actually set up the joining the channel thing, the being a channel member or sponsor. You should find some kind of join option if you're super interested in that. And what it does is it gives me $5 a month, and you get perks in chat and preferential Discord bits and bobs, mostly things like I should be doing some key giveaways, which will be fun. So this is going to be X-ray. I've got to plan this out a little bit. So we're really good on this stuff. What we need to do now is flip over to X-ray. It needs a waiting room, which is fine. It's going to need a common room as well. It's going to need an X-ray room, which is a 5x5. What have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's not this one. In the background, you might be able to hear various bangings. That's because it's Guy Fawkes here in New Zealand, if you know what that is. So, restroom, I don't know, common room. Seems a bit excessive. I mean, I could just give them a really decent sized X-ray room. X-ray waiting room. Yeah, it's Guy Fawkes in New Zealand, so that means firework time. So what we need for this is an X-ray. That's a pretty chunky piece of gear. And we need an equipment, and I'm going to actually have them come in from over this way. So X-ray, they're going to need some kind of glass wall. Where are you, walls? Glass wall. No, do I have to lay down the wall first? So the X-ray, actually a bit more. The X-ray technologist can sit behind a nice protective wall. I don't think it makes much difference, but it makes me feel a bit better about high velocity radiation zapping them. So we have the X-ray door. Maybe there wouldn't be a glass wall. That wouldn't be very productive, would it? It would defeat the whole purpose of having the system we've got. So desk, there we go. The desk gives them the PC, which is somewhere to sit, which allows us to hire staff. We get the X-ray controls, X-ray viewer equipment. We'll give them two panels there, should be plenty. A privacy screen I'm not worried about. We've got a little bit of mobile equipment kicking around. And then we'll have them come in from over this way. Yeah, that's going to be cool. So let's just expand the footprint here. I don't know why I put in those walls, because clearly I'm going to just tear them all down again. And like so. We're going to eventually pretty much put a waiting room over here. And so they'll want to have a door that comes in straight here. Hello there, Ethan Colt Games. Brilliant. You've subscribed and joined a new member and all that kind of stuff. Thank you. You've actually a little bit ahead of schedule, because now I have to make sure that the artist doing all my cool emojis and stuff gets on with it. All right, so we got equipment, X-rays. What do we need? We need a technologist. They need to be good at radiology. I don't think that 12% is kind of terrible. This one's slow. No, we want new staff. 54, 46 is pretty good. What are their hidden traits? Ahoy! Ahoy! Thank you, Ethan Colt Games. Comforting. Oh, that's good. Doesn't cause discomfort. You can join Carol. Likewise, again, if anyone wants to be a doctor, let me know. So radiology is kind of done, except for the fact that I do actually want to make this waiting room area slightly bigger, and I've just wasted a bunch of money on rooms that I don't need, walls I don't need, but that's fine. So we have to have a waiting room for radiology department. It needs one, just because otherwise people don't know where to go when they've been called for an X-ray appointment, and we can sort that out for them. So we can give them a ticketing number here. They can look for their time here, and they can just do the crosswords, play with their phones here. That should work and do the fine job. We'll give them some water and a vending machine for snacks. And that's now... Let's have a look. So, okay, that should... Oh, who was the patient we were potentially going to lose? Have they already gone? I can now potentially... No, not that one. I will add some sampling on there just for the fun of it. Bam. Go X-ray your lower limb. Maybe we'll figure out what's wrong with you, you troubled person. And what I will do is I kind of like to make the floors in the X-ray room. What do I prefer? I like to... So first of all, it's green around here. So I like to give them check on the survey area and just like tile in the offices. Likewise over here for the labs, I like to do for red. I'll give them what is it? Red check for where they're doing their work. No, that should go all the way over. Come on. Oh, the room doesn't reach the edge? No, that seems wrong. Come here, what's radiology? Why will you not let me do that? Okay, strange. Phew. Alright, so that's underway, and we're down to very small amounts of money, which is a bit of a worry. And, oh look, he's getting an X-ray. He's got his pants off. Always a sign of a good time. And X-ray is underway. Are we going to... Yes, lower leg contusion. So now we can just, I don't know, give him all of the recommendations. Yeah, do all of those things. All right. Whew, excellent. We're not going to fail that patient today. Not today, Death. We have cheated you. We have a few people waiting, and it's 1 in the afternoon. I'm starting to wonder if we need to recruit more staff. So 2,000. Why is our payout? Our payout's a bit low because our hospital's a bit rubbish. Radiology's only just opened up. Reach 2,000 daily profit. Treat 10 patients in a day. I'm actually inclined to pick up 1 more staff member, another doctor. Now, for differential diagnosis, what was it I needed again? Let's just pause. Advanced diagnosis specialization. That sounds expensive. However, acute medicine diagnosis. I'm going to refresh. Advanced diagnosis. There's 1 of you here. Acute in general. Not crazy expensive. And your traits are practical diagnosis and a people person. Kate, you are in. Now we can do differential diagnosis, which I think is helpful for people when we're not quite sure. We can send them off to the other doctor and get 2 opinions. I don't know, I think our hospital's looking pretty fine. If corridors are going that way, that gives me some room here for more work in radiology. In particular, I've seen it argued that they need their own cleaning and their own, well, I can give them their own corridor. So that can be radiology's corridor. I have seen it argued that they do need their own cleaning, common rooms and all of that stuff. I'm not sure how true that is. It feels true enough, truthy. So I could put something in here, but I also definitely need more treatment rooms, but I'm kind of inclined to wait for more money to come in. It's really easy to go broke, as I found out in my series. And look, 20,000 grant. That's exactly the kind of money we're looking for. So the other thing I kind of like to do is to throw like a line down the walls where it's a red area, so to speak. And now this is the facilities all around this area is where we deal in. This is where we're in radiology around here. So there we go. And I could probably throw something around here too. My children are being trouble. Alright, 5 by 6. And I really feel the need to make sure we've got enough diagnostic facilities. That always seems to be the thing that causes the most issues. Or at least, if you don't have enough, then you can't reliably treat people. So I'm going to look at what are the 2. We're just going to put 1 door there, 1 door there. What are some of the rooms we could go for in here in radiology? So we've got an X-ray room. What is a CAG? This sounds expensive. I'm going to put one in anyway. We'll see what we can do. The radiologist won't go to a common room of another department. The cleaning room will clear another department if their department is clean first. Oh, that's great news. Thanks, Lawrence. Would you like to be a doctor or a radiologist? I can totally do some renaming. Is that $25,000 worth of equipment? Wow. That's expensive. And I think I'm going to go into debt once, maybe twice. There are a lot of fireworks. Yeah, so if you're interested, then check out... Hey, you've got the default little super chat icon. Awesome. I'll be getting some new ones sorted for you in the next day or so, Ethan. So if you haven't already, then join the Discord, because I do plan to do some messing around with that as well to make it super awesome for members, really, for people who've joined the channel. So let's have a look here. That goes in there. And what else does this place need? Control panel. I kind of feel inclined to put that here. And yes, apparently the fireworks are keeping my children awake. And that's very annoying. So we've got the control panel. Digital imaging needs to be in a sit. Well, does it need to be there? It seems okay. Got to be very precise where you put stuff sometimes. The office desk, I think, can go there with a PC on it. And needs an office chair. I think that room is now equipped, unless I'm mistaken. I feel like giving them a rack of equipment like that would look appropriate. And it's kind of an upsetting room for people, isn't it? So why not put a pot plant in the corner and a bin near the side out of the way. That's pretty awesome. Hello there, Golden Moss. Great to hear from you. If anyone in chat would like a doctor named after them, or a nurse, or a radiologist, just let me know. Give me a name. So what do we want for this one? A radiology, fairly obviously. This one's not too bad. Master scientist, no hidden traits. Fresh parent, rest levels decrease. I know that feels. Clean feet. Oh, very handy. So we are doing okay now. I suspect that the next potential room we could get would be very expensive. And that would be like a... Oh no, so we got the x-ray there. Oh, actually someone's getting... Wow, someone had one of those treatments. I didn't even get to see it. I don't even think in my big Let's Play I had that facility, which is my own silly fault, really. I should have given them something. This one's getting a chest x-ray. And x-ray back. Can we just rack up the x-rays? Just do the whole thing. Bam. We're going to fix this guy one way or the other. We're going to x-ray him to death. You only do a diagnostics when open in your department. X-ray for emergency, CT for general surgery. The one you're doing, I save for cardiology. MRI goes with neurology. Yeah, I did MRI in my Let's Play just to see what would happen, and it cost $40,000 to put the MRI in, and I was broke. It was just disgusting. Are we any better at figuring out... Why is none of these... See, CT, I could actually do that CT thing, and it would help. So I'm kind of inclined to if we get the money. But we do have some pretty substantial requirements. So, 20 patients a day or a 2,000 daily profit, and I can go into overnight mode. Yeah, so now would be a good time to pause for a second and have a think. So we got this... Do I have this guy on? Hang on a sec. I've got an overnight doctor, and I actually don't think I, strictly speaking, need one. James, I'm going to flip you to day shift because I've already hired you. Now you should be able to come back, James. Oh, actually, I can assign you a chair. Yeah. Well, I think you'll come back during the day, and that way we can definitely keep up with our night shift requirements. We don't have any night shift right now, so there's probably no need to have him. And it's morning. People are going to start filing back to work, and it's kind of cute. You see the ones with a long commute, or the alcoholic ones turn up always a bit late, which is kind of amusing to me anyway. Where were our people? Doctor's rounds. I think we don't have Garcia back. Doctors. Where are you, doctors? There is a way to reach my doctors list, I'm pretty sure. But I'll be sozzled or something if I can get hold of it. No ambulance, bank loans, doctors. Just going to have to wait. So this one's coming in. People are filing in, which is great. Is it under here? Close all departments? No. How certain do we have to be? Medium. And I don't see how to get to the list of doctors, staff. Here we go. So, occupation specialist. It was James Garcia. Okay, so we can, I think, now assign them. There we go. Oh, phew, that did work. I'm quite impressed with myself. So at least we're going to be able to get 4 doctors, which should mean we can rattle through the patients pretty quick. This one's coming through. What? Oh, go to the toilet. I did put a door. Didn't I put a door over here you could choose to go through rather than go through the cleaning closet? Okay, you guys, you just do your own weird thing. That's fine. I'd be a bit worried if we don't see much use out of this chat, because then it means we're spending a bunch of money on nothing. So we're going to get 30 patients today, which should mean that we hit our goals. which is 20 patients a day, and we're going to make some money, hopefully. Yeah, I think I got the doctor move thing right, didn't I? So that's good news. They're rattling through them. Cleaning seems to be doing okay. I think the cleaners don't have too much to do. Can we suggest that someone also get like MRI? Of course it's an MRI when we don't actually need MRI. And differential diagnosis, I'm annoyed I can't see why we can't apply that either. So do we need you to have any other cool symptom checking? And this one's going all the way through. I don't know why they're going that way around. Fine, you do your thing. You don't like to visit the cleaning room? That's just fine by me. What's this one done? Oh, we've got lactose intolerance. It's all solved. Don't need anything more from that one. This one, can we give you extra treatments? Oh, in this case we can give differential diagnosis, but they've got bronchitis, so we don't need to worry about it. Kind of worried. This one has not being used so far. Oh, yay, 20,000. So I can probably pay down that loan, which is good. And our little hospital's, or clinic I guess it is right now, is doing fine. The next one is 30 patients a day, which I actually reckon we have a good chance of hitting, and that's more money. And 2,000 profit, which we'll get overnight when we hit midnight. Now we just need to unlock General Surgery Department Clinic, which is this one. General Surgery Department Clinic, which, you know, we could do pretty easily. I sort of wonder about going upstairs, putting in lifts. Switch their doc to the one who has differential diagnosis. Oh, that's a good point. So this one, complicated, it's too difficult. So what can we do? Let's send them for all those things. We're going to follow this one and see what we can do it ourselves. Control them by ourselves. So they're having, where are they? Come here. It looks like we got Childish Gambino. He's got some cat scratch disease, maybe. Oh, I love it. Where's he gone now? He's not very happy with us. He's definitely not too... What? Is he just gone? But I wanted... What? Is it just the end of the... No, what? We're going to take some blood off you and do some CRP and some back x-rays. Are you going to come back tomorrow? Oh, No, I think I'm just going to leave you with the computers. Yeah, we'll let the doctors try. We've queued up a bunch of tests, so I hope they come back tomorrow. And, oh, we almost... Oh, we got so close. So close to 30. And this guy, I'm starting to think might be a waste of time. Oh, 4 walked out. Ah. So the big question is, at least we're up to 3 solid stars. Yeah, so switch their doctor. That's a really good advice, Lawrence. And I think their doctor is possibly the lady who works in this office. So I have to wait and see. So let's speed up. Now I'm thinking, I think I need to build the general surgery clinic. And the question is, do I build it upstairs? Do I throw in a couple of lifts? I could easily put lifts kind of around the corner here from the corridors, or actually just here would make sense, since I'll need these corridors to carry on. I'd like your thoughts in the chat. Okay, cool. We reached hospitalization 25, 70%. Wow. Interns. I don't know the point of interns. They seem a touch pointless. I've never seen a reason to hire them. If anyone does know, let me know. So I'm currently thinking we could... I'm just going to expand the floor plate a little. We get like this. That's already there. And we could put in lifts to go upstairs. And then we could put in a general surgery upstairs, which we should have enough room for. That might be cheaper than expanding our floor plate any further. So that would mean... Let me just have a... So let me have a look. This would be corridor. And I was going to buy it now. And then lifts could go 1, 2. This will eventually expand into being common rooms and all that stuff for radiology. Yeah. Click on the doctor's portrait to switch to different doctors. Yeah, I'll do that if they ever come back. Or we get someone who we really want to do differential diagnosis with. That's a really good tip, actually. That could save you quite a lot of hassle. Onwards. Come on, night shift is cleaning. And I can see they're cleaning radiology, which is good. So we don't have to worry about that right now. What are the next things we have to worry about? Wait for morning to come, and we'll see how we go. So, hey, just a quick shout out. Thank you, everyone, for turning up to watch. And thank you, Ethan Colt Games, for joining and being a channel supporter today. That's brilliant. I'm hoping that the general Streamlabs ahoying and yaharing will happen when people subscribe, but who knows, really. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Enable hospitalization at emergency. And it rewards, it gives us an intensive care unit, which I don't see as actually much help, because you need a lot to do intensive care well. So hospitalization is all of those things, which are kind of expensive, and all of those, which are definitely expensive, and that, which is also expensive, and you just get to unlock even more things to make you lose money. So I think I'm going to go up, and that feels like the right decision. Where's the elevator? But that would be like, oh, that works brilliantly if you ask me. I mean, it makes the whole floor plate look just beautiful. So we're going to go up, and we're going to try and start to build a whole, what is it, a whole new thing. Copy tiles from the top floor. What? Do you want to add a new floor to the floor? Yeah, we don't want to do that. Build a new floor. Ba-bomb. Going up. That's what just happened there. What just happened there? Why is that? Oh gosh, I've laid it out weirdly, haven't I? Oh, that's going to be just, that's going to drive me batty. So I have, what a numpty. It's the isometricness of it is confusing me. I'm going to try and fix it because I can't resist not to fix it, because that's, you know, that's how I roll. There's something funny over here then in that case, isn't there? No, that seems fine. So we'll just try a stab at this now. 1, 2, 3, and then it's down there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's a gap there. That's why. Which means this is actually in the wrong. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna just destroy. Yes. Delete everything. Yep. Yep, has to be done. Damn the torpedoes and all of that. Now we can fit the lifts in properly. Ba-ba-bum-ba-bum. And one of them I probably didn't need to delete at all, but okay, that's fine. Good choice. And it's like blocked by another object. Yeah, it's the one up, isn't it? Hey. Just delete the floor. What? What is it doing? Maybe you'll have to have just one for now. Oh no, that seems happier now. Okay, that seems fine. It's a bit wonky, but that floor can be fixed another time. Alright, so we could, in theory, now lay stuff out. At least the walls. So we'll go like this. How much money is this going to take? Probably all of it. I'm conscious we haven't even got any windows on this place, which is a little bit distressing. Come out, come round, come back. And other than that weirdness there, that should be fine. Can we, how much is that? 5,000? That's just ridiculous. So we do have a lot of space. And I can sort of lay out some of the rooms we will be using now. So, cool. If we're going for general surgery, we want corridors. So I know that there's going to be some that go like, I mean, these aren't actually going to be final, but I'm going to just lay them out. And we're going to have some cross corridors like this. No, not that one. Corridor. 3. Okay, game. Okay, game. Just let me do the thing. So I have only one corridor. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Should we just do it like that? And I do quite like the idea of having the corridor along the front. Yeah, so that's the kind of space we have to work with, which I think should be pretty fine. A foundation delete tool, yeah, it's probably bulldoze walls, dynamite everything, including foundations. Bam. Perfect. Now it looks beautiful. So we could start to look at what we need to set up here. 8,000. So for general surgery, like a waiting room would be a first thing to perhaps consider. And that can be like that. A restroom and a cleaning closet would be a... Well, actually, we need a reception. Reception could just about fit in there. Come to think... Oh, no, it needs to be a bit bigger. We can just put reception... Like, how big does reception really need to be? 3 by 3? 4 by 4 could do... I mean, it could be quite a small reception. And then we could also have a restroom. That seems to be a reasonable enough size. And a cleaning closet. Yeah, and then we're going to be really broke really quickly. So I think we'll just hold off on putting everything in there yet. General surgery office is a diagnostic outpatient office. So that should be relatively close to reception. And I think 5 by 4 suits those quite well. And then we will need a common room for the doctors. And I'm reasonably generous with that. A surgery lab. So that to me is definitely like a biggish room. Cleaning closet, surgery lab, general surgeon's office, reception. Okay, so those things are all available, but first we really need to make a little bit more money. What are we looking at here? So the goals are currently enable hospitalization and emergency. Don't really care about that. Treat 30 patients per day. Open general surgery. That would be good. And then we're going to get 10 more patients a day, which is how we're going to make money. So hopefully these lot are all being... This is the one I'm worried about. Is this one... Now there are stats if I look. I think I'm going to have to fire that guy. Like 0... Like you can see the contention in these departments if I flip back. 69%, 75, 77, 75. That's good. And that's not, that's not too shabby at all. This chap's always busy as well. He's got one patient in track. If I flip to radiology, well, I might wait. Can I build foundations on the second floor to fix the mistake? I'm actually looking like, see, it's now even. It's now perfectly matched. I think I could. I can build overhangs and stuff. I've seen that before. But I think that actually works right now. So now what I could do is start to maybe lay out some walls. So this lot are definitely all going to get some kind of wall. And kind of a small... I'm a bit worried about that cleaning closet, to be honest. It feels a little small. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to rejiggle this. It feels like I'm definitely going to need more cleaning space than that. I would rather sort out the rooms so that it's more like there's a slim reception at the front. And we can do it like that. Fills up the whole space. Let's shuffle this back and give the cleaners a decent amount of space because you often hire 2 or 3 of them. and do that. And now we shall go for the restroom, because that does get pretty busy. Cleaning closet. That only needs to be that room and a common room. We can make that pretty decent. Yeah, that seems alright to me. We don't have anyone up here working on anything yet, but that will come in due course. And the cleaning closet doesn't need a lot of stuff in it, so just needs space for the staff. So what I want to do actually is delete some of these so that we can fit in the stuff we want, which is these kind of tables, and we'll give them a couple of II tables, and then we can fit a PC. I think we'll only go for one, and an office chair. Now these are optional. I don't really know why they're here, so I'm just going to put one in since it seems to make them happy when I do. So that's essentially reception done. Here we can fit waiting facilities. That should be plenty actually. I think that's quite a good, like this structure is working quite well for me. Yeah. Water cooling. We'll just put it somewhere else for now. There's going to be something over here eventually, but I know we'll put a water cooler and that stuff over there. Maybe we'll put one for the... Actually, no, I think the nurses in here need like card files because that seems traditional. Can we give them their own water cooler just there? Oh, actually there seems good. And they need a door. So we'll give them one on this side and this side. Likewise, we'll need toilet doors, cleaning room doors, and I feel like one, maybe two doors for the staff room. That's a pretty massive staff room. I feel like I'm feeling a touch generous, to be perfectly frank. So 5 of those. Sinks. It's me, Marius. Why is there a Marius related achievement? I don't know why that is there. I'm waiting for us to run out of money. Getting pretty close. Toilets everywhere. And we will be generous and give them walls because we're not complete Philistines. Did that in my last playthrough. No walls. Just open toilets. Everyone's staring at each other. Just a giant stare down competition. And this one's got even more room so they can have more stuff. Like that. Mirrors over them. Well, it's just fancy. I mean, this is the upper echelons here. We're dealing with high quality entertainment in this place. You know what? We're going to even give them a potted plant. This is how nice we are. It's looking beautiful. Cleaning room. I don't actually think we can hire staff. And 1, 2, 3. Give them a couple of sinks and a basket. And that's actually quite a bit of room for them. And this one, they're going to get, oh, so many sofas. It's just like communal chat space in here. They're going to have a couple of lockers, a fridge, a cabinet with drawers, a cabinet with doors, a water cooler and a vending machine. I'm just that nice to my doctors. They need a sink. They need a radio. They need a coffee table with a color TV on it. And probably, oh, a dining table. That makes the coffee table seem like it's in a, oh, actually, come here. There we go. I don't know if that made a difference. That, I think we can put that there. And I don't know, can this one just be rotated that way? That seems pretty good. I'm pretty chuffed with that. Now, general surgery is blue, in my opinion. And we'll give them this beautiful... Bah, we're broke. We're totally broke. But that's okay. I think that's done pretty well for itself. I haven't got any staff in there yet, but it's coming along. looking pretty blooming fantastic. So in case you don't know, if you've joined this late, this is Project Hopsital. It is a hospital building simulator type thing. And I could swear that there's something funky. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not, it's just isometric. It throws me every time. So what are we looking at here? That's a happy patient going home. What's this one? Got a crumbly nail. It's got nail fungus. All right, we got treatments in plan. I'm going to see if there's anyone I can recommend extra. Oh, actually, you see, this is the differential diagnosis. If I gave them to Linda... No, if I gave them to... which one is one of you with the skills? The skills to pay the bills for me to get my doctors. Which one has a differential diagnosis? Oh, actually, look, you can get satisfaction out of them. That's awesome. No differential diagnosis there. Diagnosis, advanced diagnosis. Ethan Colt. Rachel Davies, no. Nicholas Riviera, no. If you want to be named after anyone in here, or have yourself named after anyone, let me know. I'll do so. I'm trying to... Where's my differential diagnostician? No. Nope. Oh, we got another... Awesome, another 30,000. No, it's this one. It was Kate Foster, advanced diagnosis to differential diagnosis. Okay, so Kate Foster, advanced diagnostician. Still don't really know what's wrong with this one. Kate Foster it is. Maybe once he's actually not qualified to prescribe. Oh, it vanished. Oh, it's gone back to Ethan Colt. What? I don't know. I'm going to leave them alone. Okay, with that amount of money, I think we can finish off at least part of our general surgery, which is this room here, which will require a examination table. Yes, with the overhead lights, because I'm fancy. Look how fast we could do this. Bam. In fact, I could... well, I don't... too late. I could do a prefab. I've already got the prefab downstairs. I can just copy and paste it in, but we're going to live this the fast and loose way by me doing it myself. Oh, we need walls. Crazy thought. I know. Just slam that wall in. Give them a nice friendly white door. Disinfectant. Bam. Eye test. Yeah, no, put it here. Badoosh. Biohazard underneath the eye test. Don't look at it. Look at the eye test. And audiometer. No, we want the PC on there with the load letter. Bam. It's all about the high velocity doctoring in this facility. We do want the equipment table. I quite like shoving it there. We'll put the audiometer there. We've already got the mobile equipment lab. I want the kind of adorable equipment drawer, which we'll put... I quite like the look of it. We're going to put it there and put the CPR gear on it. I need to complete the floor. Well, yes, I know I've got that. Good point. I've got that little thing to do in there, which will be just white for now. When I've got money, I'll give it some kind of blue trim. Come here, floor. It's looking fine. How are we looking? Common room. A surgery lab. That's over here. Do you think that's going to be sensible? I'm not exactly sure what a surgery lab is over a different kind of lab. I'd be really curious if anyone actually knew. This is the one with so much gear in it. So much gear. Much of it standalone. Shelf. Centrifuge. Sample storage. Just, oh my gosh. So much gear. Microscope. Glass. Oh, no. We're going to run out again. Glassware. PC. Printer. Maybe we will. Printer. A nice little stool for the staff to wheel around on as they zip about their day conducting science on stuff. I can fit I can fit one more in there. A stool sampler. Not the good kind of stool either, the kind of gross kind. Oh, that one fits there. Whew. And it, bam, takes the RIA, which gives me the opportunity to stick a tall potted plant in the corner and maybe some healthful advice posters, because, you know, I can't actually read them, it seems, but they don't mind having them up. I can't put them anywhere useful? Really? It seems kind of a shame. I'm going to put them on the other side of the wall, but I think I'll just leave them off now. So that lab is... I think I'll just leave that off. I think that's done. Can we hire some people in this place? So what do we need? We need a doctor. They need general surgery. Oh, general and operative. A fellow. That's expensive. And this one's also expensive. Advanced diagnostics. General and operative. Pay 1,000 to see their traits. A loyal fellow. Jordan Jackson, you're hired. And what about the rest of you? We need a receptionist. Yeah, all the rest of you are very quiet today. 34% receptionist. A little slow. That's not really a concern. I think we'll just go with him. Cheap enough. A cleaner. A night owl cleaner. I don't need a night owl cleaner. I just need a... Oh, there you go. A scholar uses free time to study. Margaret, you're going to be fantastic in there. And why can't I... missing staff? What? What is wrong with this room? Is there something wrong with this room? Hematology analyzer. Can I fit like one more equipment table in? How big is the hematology analyzer? I think it needs a proper table as my feels. Hematology analyzer, just analyze this. Now can I recruit? Yes, I can. What do we need? Technologist that requires... It's actually not clear. Biochemistry, I'm guessing. Advanced biochemistry would be helpful. Senior scientist? I think that's good. And now I think I can come in here and say, send us your minions. Oh, whew. I forgot one of the equipment. Oh, I got there just in time, Ethan Colt. Thank you. Got to treat one person to receive some kind of a reward. And that's going to be 40 patients now coming through. And he's all on his own up here. I haven't recruited him at night, have I? No, I haven't. Alright, he's working, they're working. There's no one coming through yet. And off they go. Bloink. And out the door. People chilling out in their massive common rooms. What are you doing? Just like doing a little playing the spoons or something? Chilling out there? Good. Treat one patient, enable hospitalization, or treat at least 70% patients during a day. But look at that, 35 out of 40. That has to be pretty good. We can speed up. I think a nighttime cleaner is going to be really good for sopping up the dregs, so to speak. Now, did this one receive... Actually, that's a question I have. Workload, 79%, 80%. I don't know why that says workload 0%. I've seen people get x-rays. And I'm kind of torn. Do I not tear it down, but do I get rid of that guy? Cool. Grants. Do we have any money owing? No. Straight on till morning. Ooh, so there might be quite a lot of you in chat. I can't actually tell. The joys of YouTube. I can only tell the peak concurrent. So who really knows? If you're there, hello. If you're not there, I'm talking to myself. And if you are there, then maybe you should think about joining our Discord. I'm going to do a bit of a restructure on it soon, but one of the things I like to do is give away game keys. I get quite a lot of game keys, and devs like to be generous and support communities, and so I give them away. Got a little giveaway bot in there. It's kind of fun. Pretty easy to get a game key. Not that many people enter. Okay, everyone's in their posts. That one was, okay, clinic opening hours. It was, okay, so now I actually want to do this floor colouring. So we are in blue. Blue checks here. And blue plush carpet here. And I'll probably do some tiles or something in due course for everyone else. Like, well, at least for the bathrooms. What's the Discord? The link is in my description. If someone's out there, they might be able to give it to you, but it should be in the video description. Discord's a chat sort of server system thing. Mine's pretty quiet, not too spammy, but alright, people are coming through. They're being treated. Well, why is this one even here? I'm curious. Oh, potentially lots of bad problems there. But we should be able to figure out what's wrong with them. Could be lupus. Is it always lupus? I can't remember what house is. And again, if you want a doctor or a nurse or a technologist named after yourself, let me know. How are we going? Is that patient coming along? Oh, look, we're 4 stars, almost. Doing okay, I think, anyway. And treat 1 patient. We're definitely going to hit that. 70% prestige at the end of the day. I don't think we will hit that. 73, we might make it. General surgery department, hospitalization is opened. Build and hire staff for a surgery lab. 20,000 grant is done. You wait to fire that guy once you've got the general surgery fully running. That's true. Do you think they're going to get, Lawrence, do you think they're going to get referenced to them or sent over there? I wouldn't be surprised. Let's have a urine sample and a serological sample. Let's throw all the sampling on there. There's quite a lot of waiting here. Is this people getting, like, I think they might be waiting for the doctor, so maybe I just copy this room. Have I got it all? What? This prefab is not allowed at the active department. Oh, bloop. Okay, we'll do this prefab this way. Kind of weird. Bam. Now I can, in theory, recruit. We'll get ourselves another doctor. So this one requires general surgery, advanced diagnostics, operative. That's pretty amazing. Chuck him in. So who are we going to have? I think it's going to be the new guy, Charles Scott, fellow. They're both fellows, 6414, 6541. 525, 531. This is the senior. That seems alright. Let's see if this one runs. It seems okay. I think it's ticking along. I guess what do I open? I mean, oh, 70,000. We got tons of, like, just tons of money. Let's slow down. What are we going to spend it on? Yeah, I'm curious to see if it's the case as well at Lawrence. I'm hoping that it does actually lead to some kind of decent stuff. Reach a $20,000 profit, or $2,000 profit in general surgery. That should be doable. Hospitalization and intensive care. I think sometimes you've got to be careful which ones you unlock and in which order. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Radiology is on the ground floor, and I'm conscious that it doesn't have like a common room or extra labs or anything. So I could just put a common room in this area. I'm thinking that would make it pretty straightforward. Like, it's a really easy build and it's cheap, unlike the other stuff. So yeah, let's do that now. What are we gonna do? Buddy sofas, of course. A fridge, a cabinet for all their cutlery and coffee machines. I quite like how this looks, actually. I think it's pretty cute how the sinks here just fit so nicely on that. Coffee machine there. Lockers. Maybe we'll put 2 sets of lockers in. And then a dining table. I think it doesn't really matter which way around that one goes. Put it there. We'll give them a radio. I think that's fine. Turn it around. What else do they need? Maybe a fancy chair here? Just to park themselves next to that. One facing that way. A vending machine. Oh, that's pretty sweet. We do need to change the carpet, of course. Couldn't possibly have the wrong coloured carpet in the wrong department. That would just be, that'd be weird and creepy. Oh, Discord unit. Thank you. I'm just having a look at catching up with the comments here. Yeah, thank you, Jump. That's brilliant. Hey there, Trinity. Awesome. Okay, so that's that, which should, I think, up the quality rating of radiology. They'll have like their own facility here. See, she's coming over to chill out, and this one's got nothing to do, so they'll probably come over to the common room as well. The rest of them, how are these patients doing? Oh, I could transfer this one over to Kate Foster for some differential diagnosis. Ah, look at that. Let's see if that works. I want to follow you now. You're going to go sit down and see. Is this you? Yes, you're not the one pooping. Oh no, you're sitting there waiting. Okay, let's speed things up a little bit. I want to see if this differential diagnosis works with Kate. She is our differential expert. Yeah, it's going pretty good, Trini. If you want a doctor or a nurse or specialist named after you, let me know. Right, where are you? What? Oh, so you've had a differential and now you're going this way? Let's have a look. You're getting some mycological and other sampling. I could send you up to a different department, I suppose, but I think I want to see what comes of this. Okay, so now the differential's happening. Oh, I see. There you go. So off to Kate. Athlete's foot. Give them some foot cream and some antifungals, and that's a happy customer. Oh, brilliant. That worked. Thank you very much, Lawrence. So, we've got stacks of cash for the first time I've ever seen stacks of cash. Prestige is... Whoa, look at Radiology's just driven it absolutely bonkers. We've got 40 patients done. 40 done. I think we're going to end up with a ton of cash, and overnight we can start to build the rest of general surgery. Well, actually, I need to study this carefully. Enable hospitalization at emergency. Do I want to do that? That's the question. Do I want to do that? That would mean expanding one of these corridors down here, or all of these corridors. And I just don't know. I mean, that's one of the options. Daily profit in general surgery, get a grant. If you do general surgery hospitalization, you'll need a CT for sure, especially with a sonography room. And you need ER hospitalization too. So you may want to go for the clinics for other departments. Yeah, I actually kind of agree with that. See, that's a lot of stuff. We've got this clinic. I'm thinking like we'll expand radiology on the ground floor. We'll push it out this way. And we should be able to get a couple of rooms in. And let's push on to midnight so we can see if we get all these grants. I'm feeling a lot more confident about this playthrough compared to my last one. My last one got a little random, but the game was pretty new. It wasn't out when I started, so I had to kind of figure it out. And treat 30 patients, and treat 40, and reach... Oh, look at the money. We have so much money. Wow. Enable hospitalization, general surgery. Okay, so let's do the labs for sure. Okay, so we got the money to expand our footprint like this. Now, what kind of... I'm going to throw the walls down so I can get a feel for the shape and the space. So what are we dealing with here? It's currently 8 by 7. That's the problem with the radiology is we're a little bit too slim, like the CAG rooms are 5 by 5. Actually, you also do need to just make these a little bit longer. Make them all the way to the end. Have you paid off loans? Oh, yes, I have. There are no loans outstanding at all, which is outstanding. What else does radiology need? Let's have a look. MRI rooms are 6 by 5, 5 by 5, rest room 3 by 2. So we could put one half of the room is a... Hang on, haven't we got a CAG room? We could do a CT room like this, like this. 5 by 7. That seems a bit weird. No, I want to have a look at the prefabs. The prefabs can often be really helpful, just to give you a hint. 8 by 6. Like, wow, that's massive. However, it would... Actually, we got a CAG. It's the CT one I want. 10 by 6. Whoa, what is it trying to put in here? That's ridiculous if you ask me. That's a real waste of space. So, however, what is it looking for? CT room is 5 by 5. And if I did that CT room as a 5 by 7, I mean, it gives us space for a really small bathroom. It's not the world's most amazing, not accessible, missing equipment, not accessible. Well, I know that. Give me doors. Like 1, 2, and we should also tear down walls and all of that stuff, but that's fine. We'll get to that. There is an ambulance offloading site marked by yellow on the road. Oh, there it is. If you place your TC rooms, if you can place your TC rooms in ER by there. Actually, I think I can fit all of those in over there. Got corridors coming this way and this way. That's great advice. That's a really good tip. I hadn't realized that was the case. Lawrence, you deserve to be... Are you already a doctor? I can't even remember. If you're not, you should definitely tell me and we'll make you one. So green labs are always check floors. And yeah, so green labs. X-ray labs, I mean radiology. And like this and like this and like this and like this. And white. And white, 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 white. And we put some stripes against the walls. Just because that's how I roll. That reminds me that we're in radiology. Okay, so equipment. CT. This thing here, that's huge. Oh, it is actually kind of massive. And it can only really go there. Can I fit an office desk in the corner? I can fit an office desk in the corner. And I can even put... I'm going to put the radiology screens here because you can see them. And they look kind of cool when they're running. So we want a mobile equipment over here. A PC here. A stool here because we're not expecting to be wandering around a lot. I feel like some more equipment would be nice. Like maybe so. Oh, actually, no. I want the floor-mounted one. It's pretty low-key kind of room. It's actually pretty much done. What else would be nice in here? Can't resist a potted plant. Or a pot plant, as they say in New Zealand. That always gets a laugh out of the Americans in the room. I won't speculate as to why that may be. Skull poster. Eye posters. Those things just creep me out in the doctors. I don't want to go and see the inside of my body while I'm at a doctor. I already know it's gross. So we're going to recruit for this position. He's a radiologist. Wow. A gamer with high resistance. I don't want to spend any money on... I can afford to spend money on finding out what your hidden trait... Oh, you're unpleasant. You're an unpleasant gamer. Wow, that narrows it down, doesn't it? This one's also very good. And not unpleasant at all. There you go, Patricia. You've got a new job. Corridor. No, actually, let me get this corridor like this. And like that. And we also need to fix that toilet so that it isn't totally and utterly disgusting. It's going to be a little bit disgusting. Yeah, I think we'll just do 3. Like it's going to be a bit narrow for one, but what can you do? And I'm very generous by giving them doors. Certainly don't need to. A sink. Hand dryer. No? Oh, that one doesn't like being there for some reason. A bin. Can I put it under the hand dryer? Sure. Couple of mirrors. Wow, that's actually looking pretty good. Whew, shielding. Oh yeah, shielding. I don't know. Is this actually a thing that requires shielding? Images detailed, internal organs. You should do a separate room for the technicians in the MRI room for extra authenticity. You guys are probably right. I'll do it for you, especially because you're asking nicely-ish. let's go 2 this way, and we'll just shuffle everything down and take out that wall. We should be able to put in space. I don't actually genuinely know what the CT thing does over an X-ray. I'm assuming it's cool. Yeah, I know you're not there. Okay, no doctors. We don't have doctors for radiology. CT room. Actually, where's our list of stuff? It was in here. Patricia Cole, come here, and I'm going to assign you to that workspace. Okay, some of these menus, I have to admit, are a little opaque. I'm glad, and I'm hoping the devs are... Okay, how far back do I have to go? Like, can I just jam it in? It needs so much room. I'm hoping the devs are paying some attention, because I do like this game, and I want it to be amazing. And I think there are a few more overlays and heat maps would be really helpful for it. There we go. We're going to put this against this wall. Likewise, this one. So now look, they've got the shielding wall. Equipment should probably go there. Posters there. And I think a X-ray door. Oh, I got to put the wall all the way across first. X-ray door. Phew, look at that. That looks awesome. No, you just have... I actually don't even know if you, strictly speaking, have to build shielding a wild bush Wookiee. You've changed your name. That's fine. I don't actually think it's explicitly and sort of specifically required. I think it's just a like a nice to have. What else would feel appropriate in here? Is that... It is working. Yeah, so it's just a nice to have. Put the bin in. Maybe a clock to count down the hours. A fountain. That would be silly. We could put one out front though, but I haven't exactly left us with a lot of gardening room. Okay, that's a pretty substantial room. Now you should have a workplace. And it's nighttime, so let's rush on till morning. Whew, making lots of progress. What I would quite like is if you can build gardens for your patients to help them recover. Because when they're in beds, they just lie in bed, and then at about 7 in the morning, they all go for a poop. And they all go back to bed again. If you haven't already, then it'd be great to have you subscribe. I like to play base builders and tycoon games, and do the odd bit of streaming. And I like to bring interesting games. I'm planning to do a new little series soon called Ship It or Scrap It, where I play like 1 or 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 brand new original kind of interesting little games for a week, like one game a day, perhaps in addition to other series, and then everyone can tell me whether or not they want to see me play more of a game, if they want to ship it, or if they want to just scrap it and never see it again on the channel. So that could be a bit of a laugh, bring some interesting stuff in, bring some cool discussion. All right, they're all happy. They've got why is their stars dropped? Oh, emergency. Yesterday was 96. Is it just because we haven't delivered on patients yet? Yeah, it just looks good. I think the X-ray rooms do look pretty sweet. And that also means that, like, I don't think this needs shielding. This one probably does. It actually makes me realize that I want to sort out the floor here to be those white tiles. Like that. And small white, medium white ceramic tiles, small white. Small whites for the bathroom seem kind of sensible. Just to remind us where we're supposed to be pooping. And oh yeah, that looks pretty sweet. It is a good looking CT room. I mean, half of this game is to make attractive looking rooms. I mean, that does really matter. So we're busy here. Let's check how we are doing in this general surgery department. We've got all of these rooms set up in general surgery, and this we've got all but the MRI room, which... Oh, a cleaning closet. Do I need one? I don't really need one. Maybe it would slightly increase satisfaction, but I don't think it would really much. Yeah, and let's just check what the goals are. Treat 50 patients. We won't hit that yet. we're going to have to open something to get more patients. Enable hospitalization or open internal medicine department clinic. Ugh. Hospitalization at general surgery. Do I want internal, whatever it was, internal medicine? That's this one, I think. So that's like a whole bunch of space over here. Do I have any other clinics to open? I mean, I could do hospitalization. That would require going this way pretty substantially with my corridors. So I'm kind of pondering. Hospitalization was a goal, wasn't it? Enable hospitalization at general surgery gives us ambulances. Ambulances, that gives us more patients. Well, gives us ambulance, which just gives more patients, which might get us closer to 50 a day. So I think we'll try that. And for that, I feel inclined to... CTs need it if they're high-powered X-rays. Yeah, I imagine so. I'm actually not sure if the CTs are. I mean, you got an X-ray room, so I'm not sure what the difference is between an X-ray room and a whatever the heck that was. So I could just use prefabs here and put in, like, I'm actually kind of inclined to, just because it might take a while otherwise. So we have to put in a trauma center, and they are pretty massive. Well, not necessarily. See, there's one. Where's the reception? Would have to be over there somewhere. Like, what I'm not sure about is, what is the trauma center for? It says there's a main entry point for critical patients served by ambulance, also accepts collapsed patients. That's not too bad. So it's a lot of gear. I mean, I could end up with two of them. You know, I really could end up with two of them. And what else would I need? So I need trauma center, observation room, nurses station, and an on-call room. And because that's where... Yeah, this is where they're going to come. So what if I ran at least the foundations down to here? Didn't really leave a gap there. Yeah. Then we can go for 3 along here. So that could be where we place some stuff. So under general surgery, we're going to need... Thinking on-call and a nurse's station, observation room and a trauma center. They feel like some of those should be pretty close, but are they going to come all the way over here to wait? That's what I don't quite get. I don't think so. I think they're going to come straight into emergency, right? So if we're building an on-call and a observation room, so the observation room is examinations, proper supervision, for required equipment. Okay, so I think we'll go for the trauma center in the observation room over here. Like, actually near this facility. However, let's lay out foundations first. Do we want to come in at this point? I actually think we do. And we'll fill in those corners in due course, but I do want to have enough room and room over here for more facilities as well as we need it. So I feel these decisions can be quite final when you make them. Observation room, trauma room. See, that could also be a good observation room. Pretty massive. An X-ray takes a 2D photo and a CT takes a 3D photo. That's the difference. Oh, that's good to know. Thanks, Ethan. All using X-rays, I guess. We'll slap that one down. A trauma center like that. Oh, dependency. You're right, there is a dependency tree. Where are you, dependency tree? So they come into the clinic. They go to reception, go to the waiting room, go to the doctor's office, or they come in straight to the trauma center in the observation room. Okay, so they get whizzed down there. They might get sent to ICU, otherwise they get sent back upstairs to hospitalization for wards and testing and so on. Or they just go to the clinic for checks. Ah, I see. So, I mean, it's a little... But actually, it's not too bad. There's a lift here, so they're going to end up going back and forth. Nurse's station and an on-call room. So that seems to be sensible to chuck around the sides here. So, nurse's station... On-call room. 10 by 6, really? Oh, that's kind of beautiful, mind you. And a nurse's station, 10 by 6 on this side. Do I want to do it like that? No, maybe not. 8 by 6. I want them relatively close to the facilities here. And then we might have to have a little, like, indented room here. I'm going to do it. I think that looks pretty sweet, except for the floors and everything are kind of gross. Do we need to hire? Yes, we need a doctor. At least one doctor. What do they require? Acute medicine. 16%. Oh, 39%. What are your hidden traits? People person and a germaphobe. That seems pretty sensible. So an attending doctor, diagnosis, general medicine. You seem great. One nurse, and the nurses require patient care. That's pretty straightforward. We have lots of those. So you are clean feet, good boss, and a germaphobe. Yes. And now we need night staff. Fast nurses for the ER work best since they feed all the other departments. That's actually a pretty good point. So I have a night staff for doctors. Again, they require acute medicine. And it's not adorable medicine, it's acute medicine. Oh, a night owl and a diagnostic genius. Whoa. And also comforting. You seem amazing. You can definitely go there. And in the nurses for the night, clean. Do I want to rattle through the nurses often though? No hidden traits there except for that one, but she's kind of cheap, so I'm thinking she's not very good. I do like finding night owls. Like, I think night owl always comes up as a declared trait, because it's kind of like they are telling you that they are interested in working here at night. Patient care receptionist. That's fine. Clean, Spartan, not night owl related. I think she'll do. All right, enable hospitalization and emergency. Awesome. Okay, so, well, we actually need to tear down some walls because we have this kind of disgusting look right now. Do we have to wall off all of this? I kind of suspect we do, so we're just going to do it. Maybe we'll just go like, oh, well, actually we need to go around the corner or the doctors won't be able to get to work. And that would be a shame for everybody. I also think they're going to need to corridors. We're going to need to give them like some facilities in the corridors. Like, where are we? Water coolers. Right here. A stretcher. We'll stick a stretcher in just in case there isn't enough already. I'm pretty sure we're fine. I don't know if they're going to need these, but I'm going to put a couple in anyway over this side. And we need to put some front doors on, which would be a fantastic idea. I think you'd agree. There you go, straight into the trauma center. Is that lined up? I know how I'm going to find out. I'm going to put down some, like, tiles. What? Hey there, Max. Do I think the game's worth a price right now? I'm thinking carefully about what I say. Hey, oh, great, Matthew. Thanks for subscribing. And weirdly, Streamlabs is not telling me you subscribed as far as I can tell. Or it's horribly delayed. Normally it'll do a big ahoy right about now. Is it worth it? I don't know. It's actually about 25, 30 bucks, isn't it? US? I'm not sure. I see the New Zealand price. Maybe it's 20 bucks. For me, it seems a little pricey right now. I do, however, I think it's got a lot of potential to go in some really interesting directions. I find it quite rewarding to play, and I've easily put in And I've easily put 10 hours in. So if you value your time at $2 an hour of entertainment, then I'd say it's worth it. Oh, actually, we've got someone in here. Hospitalized, abdominal pain. Stick him on the CT and switch to... Oh, I don't have a differential diagnostician in this department. Well, go do the tests. They're going to come wheel him in. And I just jab him full of needles. Good. Frequent urination and all of these things. That's not good. He's in observation and having a whole bunch of tests going on. Okay, cool. Good for him. So yeah, if you value your time at $2 an hour, you're going to get fun out of it. If a $20 game should last you like 40 hours, if that's your thing, and we left that there, then maybe you want to wait a little bit more. Okay, I'm not really sure how to answer that one. It's really personal preferences. There must be somewhere we can dump this equipment rack. There we go. It's going to make that poster impossible to read because no one can read over posters, but that's fine. Patients are eating dinner. Is there anyone overnight? 30 patients a day. Bam, more money for us. 32,000. Good. Treat 50, 80% prestige. Oh, we're definitely there. Oh, in emergency it says. Oh, we're definitely there. Enable hospitalization at general surgery. Oh, this is general surgery. Oh, we got so much more to do. Okay, it's going to be upstairs. Thinking. Well, it's going to cost even more money to do that, so I'm just going to watch our new department a little bit. I kind of think I should have left a gap in here, but never mind. Like, I should have just chucked this one down here with a corridor, but I can't easily pick rooms up. So there are some things like that that are a little annoying. I don't know if it's annoying is the right word, but I'd love to be able to pick rooms up and just plop them down again. Oh, the patients are ambulatory water and snacks also help. That's a very good point too. The snacks there, I feel that since they're here, maybe we'll put in a little bathroom over here. Might use a prefab for that too. So let's make sure that we've got the corridor running down here, because I like to have my corridors. Cool, that's a good reminder. Now let us put in, what are they doing for restrooms here? That's ridiculous. Look at that. We're not hardly cramming them in at all. Oh, really? No, I'm happy with my restroom. Thank you very much. Where are we? Yep, we'll do this. 5 by 5. Are we that generous? We'll do that. Yeah. No need to be generous with these people. They're ill. They're not dying. Well, some of them might be dying, but even if they are, they're not going to ruin my rooms. Restroom. No, wrong one. Back to the right department. And you're going to bed now because it's 11 p.m. Good idea, Ethan Colt. It's actually 11. You must be in New Zealand like me. It is, in fact, 11 p.m. here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine. That's a ton of toilets. Do like this. Bam, bam, bam. Doors and douche. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kabam. We're all about the sound effects when we're building. Just gives it a little extra zing, I like to think. 1, 2. A hamper for rubbish, mate. Oh, sorry, I just had to clear my throat there. Getting a little hoarse. 1, 2, 3. Any more? Nope. That seems good. And small white ceramic tiles. Kaboom. 11 a.m. there. You must be in the UK. And yeah, thanks for joining, Ethan. It's been really good of you to subscribe or become a what do they call it? Member now. Yeah, it's a new YouTube thing. Membership. It's pretty cool though. And that's all looking very pretty. I'm going to change this to the red carpet that I prefer though. Where are you, red pretend carpet for this massive on-call suite? Feels like total overkill. 2 a.m. there. Wow. 11 a.m. in France. That's awesome. Been a long time since I've been to France. That corridor will be nice. Patient can't be hospitalized hospitalization on general surgery department is not functioning. Okay, so general surgery department hospitalization isn't functioning because we haven't turned it on. So we knew that already. And is it nighttime? And it is nighttime. On-call room and a nurse's room. Diagnostic unit. And a regular ward. That's a lot of facilities. We can expand a little bit this way though. And a high dependency unit. Oh wow, people in the Waikato are sitting on fireworks. Oh wow, bushwhacker. It's been pretty noisy down here, but I think everyone's settled down. There's a lot of kids on the street, so they haven't gone too crazy. Oh, we're very poor. We can't afford all these things. The diagnostic unit, actually sonography would be a good idea because a lot of people want to use that. Can I fit everyone in with this amount of space? I think so. So I think this was something that Lawrence, you mentioned, wasn't it? Like try and get all the testing rooms in where you can. So actually the floor should be blue checks for this one. Waboosh. Examination table. Put them in this way around. Overhead light. Bam. A disinfectant on the door. A biohazard thing on the door. We need this shockwavy. Okay, so we need the USG. Did I get that right? I think I did. This is where it goes horribly wrong for me. I don't get things in the right place. Yes. Shockwave therapy. Yes. Elastograph. The chair is not coloured properly. I have a feeling that I need to put something in a slightly different place. And I'll put the office desk in so I can move things around like that. And then I can move this. And this doesn't click down. I have to delete it now. So if I put that there, is it happy there? There. Ah, there we go. It has to be like, there has to be a lot of space. Yes, that's right. We got there in the end. That has caught me off guard a few times. Now I have to rebuy the medical light. I need a wall-mounted one of them. And I'll probably put in an equipment one of them. And then a stool. And I think this room is about done, except for the customary relaxing equipment palm. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Got the biohazard. Maybe a poster about tennis elbow, because who doesn't want to read an exciting poster about tennis elbow when you're being scanned? Nothing puts people in a happier place. Oh, I feel like these guys need a notice board in the cafeteria. There we go. Forgot about that. Tell them who's been naughty and who's been nice. All right, so that's looking pretty good. We do need to recruit someone for the day shift. So, okay, we'll do it this way. I wish I could toggle. So day shift, the sonographer needs, what is this one? The USG needs, USG tech. So I think I just got to look for USG. New candidates, none of 25%. 2 hidden traits. Depressed, hedonist, no. No USG there. Alright, we'll just keep spending money then, eh? Oh, we're even more in debt now. Oh, disgusting money. She's very good, so we'll just have to put up with that. A slight drop in cash. Okay, can't be hospitalized. Well, I can't do much about that. I'm going to have to send this one to another hospital. Come on. Interstitial cystitis. No, I'm just going to have to send them somewhere else. Well, I don't know. We'll just add that to the pile. We can't hospitalize them. Oh, actually, we could put them in the TC, in the trauma center. Just was functional. Okay, can't be hospitalized. Objective complete. All right, each 80%. Next two interns available for hire will be great candidates. Why are they interns? I don't understand that. Okay, so this is ground floor. We're looking at the we're looking at the upper floor. Okay, so let's go down to the ground floor. So no one's been held in the trauma center. They're working the night shift happily. And I do actually want like a little bit more of the old... Oh, come here. Oh, we're too broke. Oh, well, we'll just have to wait. I think I don't want to go into debt. Cracking on. Oh, the cleaning's going on just fine. Why? Hang on. Were you working... What were you doing? I thought you were hanging around the... like, spying on the... Really? Oh, I think we need an overnight one, don't we? No, actually, do we? I don't think we do. What? Okay, I think I just told her to come back during the day. We'll see if she does. Yeah, okay, we'll try that. She's toggled on today. We'll see what happens. We'll see if anyone actually comes in. I have fears that I've somehow accidentally recruited her to the wrong time of day. That was Patricia Cole, right? So let's see what happens when morning comes, if anyone's going to fill that spot. Maybe we have one too many technologists or technicians. Okay, cleaning's put away. Everyone's going away. The morning shift has started, or day shift. And, here she is. I think she was meant to be on day. So that's good. No wonder we weren't really seeing much money out of that area. Okay. Clinic opening hours. No one's being hospitalized. It's actually a pretty nice rooms, I must admit. They're doing a nice job. 4 people crammed in there is pretty good. That's a little bit more open in a way that I don't appreciate, but hey, that's fine. Alright. So Patricia's working. These guys are working. Now, what is our objectives for the day? Treat 50 patients. That's unlikely. We're not going to get those yet. Oh, we've done all of those objectives, and now they're paying us 100%. Good. Enable hospitalization at general surgery. Open and internal medicine. That's expensive, expensive, expensive. So we might be pretty close to the end of today. And I might need to save up a little bit of money so that I can open general surgery, which might be... Yeah, so I need to come upstairs here and probably expand the floor plate a little bit. Since we're... Oh, actually... Come back here. So we're doing okay for having a sonography. So I do want to look at cardiography next, but that again is going to be expensive-ish. I think 5x5 would be fine. So I can sort of lay out the room at least. I have no idea what's going to go down there, but it better be small, whatever it is. Cardiography. We'll put a nice little wall in there. Give it the old blue floor treatment. Because this is a lab type testing space. And, oh, there's so much stuff in this room. Again, I think we'll have to do that. ECG needs to go on a... Actually, let me have a look. A lab analyzer. So I'll put in the light last. So I'll see what we can get away with. That goes there. Any other major pieces of equipment? The lab sink. We're in the broke space. So yes, we'll definitely have to leave that one a little bit. But I can see this one working okay. We do... I mean, actually what I could do is I can put down pillars and I can actually expand my second floor before I've done my first floor. But what I would need to do is a cardiography needs to grow. Then we need these, like operating rooms, high dependency units. And just to give you a feel for how big they are. Well, they don't need to be quite as big as this, but general surgery. So that's the practices we've already got. So that's these, which we've crammed them in. A surgical lab, I'm pretty sure we have that one there. So they need an on-call room like the other one. They've already got a common room. So what they would need is wards. So we can do like a biggish ward like that. In fact, if that was back here, it would be a pretty good one. And we also need a high dependency for monitoring people. And the diagnostic unit, I think, I'm not sure if we've got one of those already. Operating room. That's another big one you need. That is huge. So much stuff. Cardiography and sonography will be fine on. I am very broke. Don't need night shift radiology till general surgery hospitalization is open. Yeah, I think we don't have any right now. Let me check the staff. So they are all on day shift except for Margaret, who doesn't have any stations. No, she's in there. Like, where is she? Oh yeah, she's actually here, so she's fine. I don't know why she doesn't. Okay, she just doesn't, because she's a janitor? Not sure. So she seems happy. Oh, workshop support for prefabs? That's a brilliant idea, Lawrence. I really like that, especially if you could group a whole bunch of rooms into one footprint, one really tidy, efficient footprint. There'd be quite a lot of fun in working out what those would look like too. That's an excellent idea. But you know what? I think now might be a good time to end it. My hospital can just tick here quietly making money, and I think in the next stream we'll be able to expand and grow and really hit those numbers and make money, because I think we're going to be making, yeah, quite a bit per day. What? Patricia? Kate, what have you done? Arm contusion. No, we want to give a arm contusion, and we want to do like, I don't know, what else do you do? We can't do those things, so let's just do all of those things. Bam. And one of those too. Sort her out. Don't leave it up to anyone else. So yes, I think we will continue this wonderful hospital build in the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, stick around, do subscribe and hit the little bell thing so you can be notified, and hop on my Discord and keep an eye out for future live streams. Until next time, I've been TinyPirate. I'll hang around and chat for a couple of minutes. Good night.